Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. So, today I want to talk about a topic that I think we all can do. Actually, I know we all can do it. It is an easy topic for some, for others, it might take a little bit of effort, but it is going to be something that is going to be so beneficial to you. And it is how happiness can help you live longer. And I know we all can find happiness in the world around us. Sometimes we have to look a little bit, but it is there. So, this is something we all can do, and it plays a huge benefit in our health if we are happy. So, how can we do this? Well, happier people are actually going to be more likely to exercise, physical activity. That makes sense, right? Because if you're just kind of negative Nelly and you're sitting around, you're probably not going to go to the gym, right? You're not so caring about your physical appearance. You're not so much caring about your health and wellness because that's just those things you just get down. And happiness really is something that can promote those things. But if you can get to the gym, even if you're like, you don't want to, okay, and even you can still be a happy person and not want to go work out. But if you can force yourself to do that, I guarantee you will feel better. And if you keep doing these things, it's the endorphins that you keep releasing when you are working out. It's tough, but when you the next day when you're hurting, it's a good hurt, right? So if you can keep doing this, these things are going to have a huge benefit on your health and wellness. Next thing, people that are happier are more resilient to stress. It's the little things. And I tell the boys, it's the don't cry over spilled milk. Is it aggravating? Yeah, whatever. Okay, fine. Go get a towel, clean it up. What I would get upset about is not knowing about it, right? So let's just get it cleaned up, deal with it. So whatever it is, don't let it fester, right? Like if let's say the kids break something, just tell me. It's okay. It's done. It's over with, right? Because if they're worried about, oh my gosh, mom's going to find out, it's causing stress for them. No reason, right? So let's just deal with the situation. So a happier person is more resilient to stress. That goes a long way with your health and wellness. You're not keeping all this stuff pinned up inside. There's no reason to do that. Get over it, okay? Life is too short to keep dwelling on those things that are in the past. If you can't do anything about them, don't worry about it. This is the advice Alex gets from his goalie coaches. Is it upsetting when a goal goes in? Absolutely, right? But if he keeps dwelling on that one that just went in, what's going to happen? He's going to miss the next one that's coming right at him, and it's going to hit him, right? Square in the face that he could have stopped it. So, what are you going to do when those things smack you? Are you going to keep dwelling on what happened yesterday or the day before, or are you going to move on? Because if you move on, you can see all the beautiful moments right in front of you, and you can stop the bad things sometimes from happening, right? You can stop those pucks from coming at you. So, be conscious about what you're thinking, right? What you're focusing on, because if you're focusing on bad things, this is not going to work, right? This happiness, living longer, if you're focused on bad things, this is not going to help you at all. So we've got to let those things go. Adaptive responses kind of goes into what I was talking about with this. So if you have these positive thoughts, you're going to have beneficial short-term these responses that you're going to have, right? So if something hits you again, okay, you're going to have a different response than you would if you're just like, oh my gosh, and you're just so negative about it. Another example, people, like they drop something, right? And they're like, oh, and they drop it again. And then it's in their head. They're like, oh my gosh, I just keep dropping it and dropping it. Again, you put that thought in your head. You're going to keep dropping it and dropping it. Get over it. Just pick it up. And I think that's what people just sometimes forget about. Move on. Okay. It's done and over with. Because if you can do these things, you are going to be so much happier. Let those things go. So some strategies we want to prevent depression. We want to prevent stress. Now, these things, the stresses, they will happen. Life happens. Impact happens. But are you going to be prepared for it? If you are a very positive person, you're going to see that glass half full. Okay. And I've said this example before, on the way to school yesterday, I was going to get Alex on the way to school, and I planned exactly knowing I look at the maps, seeing if there's any accidents. Well, there weren't any accidents. But then as soon as I was coming down the interstate, I saw the fire truck. I'm like, oh goodness, which way is that going? And it did. It came right behind me. So I quickly got off and got, another route. And if you can, great. But you know what? If not, you're not in the accident. Be grateful you are not there. Be grateful you are okay, and hope the people that are in the accident are okay. But don't get so upset because you're stuck in traffic. There's always a positive thing to look at. Alex's broken toe. Again, it could always be worse, you guys. Please always look at the glass half full. This is going to go a long way in your happiness and helping you live longer and less stress. So all these things are going to improve your physical and mental health. Just like I talked about, less stress, you're not going to be as down on yourself, you're going to be more apt to eat better, right? You're not just going to be going for those sugary things because you're feeling down. You're going to be going for those good, healthy things. You're going to be working out. So all these things are going to improve your psychological functioning, your well-being, and all these things all roll in together on how you are going to function daily. So what do we want to do? We want to find hobbies that are positive, right? We want to find relationships that are positive. So what are you doing with your spare time? Are you just scrolling Facebook, reading comments, getting aggravated at people? Yeah. Okay. If you are, then unfollow those people. There's no reason you need to keep following that nonsense. If you're going to look on Facebook, do it intentionally. If you want to see what somebody's up to, great. But don't let it anger you, because so many people on social media, that's what happens. You read these things, you post, then you get like in this rabbit hole of just going down all these comments. Please don't do that. Find a good way to spend your time. Like I said, if you're going to scroll intentionally, great. If you're looking for podcasts to listen to and you're looking for ideas of what people have, great. Those are all good things. Just don't let the negative come into your life. It is so important that we stay positive. So how are we going to keep the happiness going, even in these cold temperatures and dreary days and all these things that hit us and all this impact at once? Set goals for yourself. Because if you set a goal, even if you don't achieve it, you are going to be closer than what you were if you didn't set the goal. Say it out loud, write it, have those things there, because you know what? That is something you're working towards. You're not just twiddling your thumbs like, oh, what am I going to do today? I have no idea. No, set a goal and keep working towards it every day, even just 5 minutes of working toward that goal. Like I talked about the physical activity, when you're brushing your teeth, find a minute, do something, sit-ups, plank, push-ups, whatever. Find the time to do it. Even those 5 minutes are going to have a big impact. Set aside the time for positive thoughts. Some people like to meditate. Some people like to read. Some people just like to sit there in the quiet. All those things are fine, but make sure that it's positive thoughts that are going through your head. No matter what you have to do to fight off those bad ones, fill it with positive. Listen to things. All these things I'm telling you guys, okay? These are not things, this is not rocket science. This was a Harvard study putting all these things together. But again, sometimes you just need somebody to show you the proof, but it is there. Like I said, it is there. Listen to books on tape. Listen to positive books on tape. Again, I'll listen to these motivational ones. I know what they're going to tell me, but it's filling my head as I'm driving, right? I'm not just listening to the news, listening to nonsense. I'm actually listening to something that is helping me move forward toward those goals that I'm trying to do and keeping me happier. So, so important. Gratitude. We talked about practicing gratitude. Be thankful for what you have. Do this either at night, in the morning. Again, some people think it's silly. I guarantee you it's not. I mean, we have so much to be grateful for every day. Even when something bad happens, like I said, look at the positive. Be grateful that you're not in the accident. Be grateful that it's not worse. Be grateful that you have the things around you and you have the support around you. So important that we look for gratitude everywhere because it's there. And by doing that, practicing this gratitude, it is going to make you happier, and you are going to attract the right kind of people to be around you. That's exactly what you want, is those positive people to be around you, not those ones that are going to bring you down. That is absolutely key. So since we're talking about that, social relationships, we want to surround ourselves with the right kind of people. Really, that reflects who you are. So what vibes are you giving off? Who are you attracting? Because that is so important, because that's what you want. You want people to know when they're around you. You want the room to light up when you walk in, not people to want to leave when you walk in the room. And that is key. So make sure you are that person that brings the light and the life to the room when you walk in. And smile. I have always said this. So sometimes you're not feeling it. I get it. Okay. Not every day is going to be like a bed of roses. Okay. But smile. Like I said, in the morning, when you look at yourself in the mirror, smile at yourself. I'm going to tell you that makes a huge difference. Laugh. That helps as well. but smiling, even if you don't feel it, you're going to work and you're like, I have all these things in your mind. I don't want to, just smile. I guarantee that will make such a big difference for you. And you're going to start feeling it. You are going to start feeling it as the day goes on if you can just take the time to do it. So all these things are so important, and all this goes into your happiness, and this happiness will truly help you live longer. If you want some more tips, or if you want some information on some of the things that I said, or maybe just some guidance or somebody to talk to, I would love to be that friend that we could chat. We could talk about these things and maybe steer you in a direction to find exactly what you are looking for. My name